everyone, so if you're watching this video, it's going to be a really quick DIY hair color remover video without using any bleach or harsh chemicals. I bleached and dyed my hair about a month and a half ago, so it's been a month and a half of washing it. The color that I currently have in is Virgin Pink by Arctic Fox. It was really beautiful and vibrant when I first had it in. I'll insert a picture over here of what it looked like before it faded. But right now it's really faded. You can see where it's orangey in some spots, very dull in the others, where it's completely faded and you can see the white bleach underneath, and some spots they just turn very orangey. So I wanted to find a quick way to remove it without using any more bleach or harsh chemicals that are going to damage it more. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just about 1 second. Alright, so first things first, you're going to need some mixing tools. I have a bowl and a spoon. You're going to need a comb if you need to separate your hair. And what we're going to use to do this DIY is some baking soda, a bottle of 10 volume developer. Depending on how much hair you need the color removed from, you might need a bigger bottle than this. I got a little bottle because I only have these strands in my bangs. You'll also need some purple shampoo. I got Shimmer Lights because it was pretty inexpensive and it works very well. You're also going to need some dandruff shampoo, just plain dandruff shampoo. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. I just got this Everyday Clean Equate dandruff shampoo from Walmart for like $3. And last but not least, a bottle of Dawn dish soap. It doesn't have to be this huge. I just had it because I use Dawn all the time. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Alright, so the first step to this mixture is to add equal parts baking soda to equal parts developer. So let's just say if you do a half of developer, you need to do a half of baking soda. I don't have that much hair I'm going to do, so I'm probably going to do a third each. I'm not really going to measure this stuff out. I kind of just eyeball it. So I'm probably going to do about a third baking soda and a third developer in my mixing bowl. Alright, so now that you've got that mixed, now what you're going to do is add a little bit of your dandruff shampoo, your Dawn dish soap, and your Shimmer Lights. I don't have these measured out, so I kind of just eyeball it, maybe about a tablespoon of each. And now that you have all of those added in, you're going to want to mix it up, and it should come out to a very liquidy texture. Alright, so now that we have our color mixture done, I'm going to separate this mess and we'll be covering it with this shortly. Alright, so we're back and I tried my best to separate the pink from my black hair, but as you can see it was really difficult, but I did the best I could. So now we're going to take the color remover mixture and we're just going to mix that into our hair. You don't need to use gloves, you can just use your hands, but I think I'm going to go get some gloves, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. I have my gloves on and I also got one of these. It's a hair painter brush. I got it so I can be more precise where my bangs and my natural hair meet. So I got one of these just in case I need it. So now we're just going to take the mixture and rub it through the hair. Alright, so I've fully placed the mixture in my hair. I've pinned them up into little rolls. Now I'm going to place a shower cap over my head to use the natural heat from my hair to help this develop. Alright, so now you just leave this on your hair for about 30 minutes. Check every 10 minutes or so to see if it's actually working, but leave it on for a full 30 minutes, and by then hopefully the color will be very, very faded or at least totally removed. This is my first time trying this out, so let's see if it works. Alright, so it's the next day. I just blow dried my hair. I have curly hair, so that's why it's so frizzy, because I brush it out and blow dried it. But this is the next day after using the hair color remover. As you can see, it worked pretty well. In some places it's still pretty pink, like underneath my hair. My hair is actually really thick, so maybe I didn't saturate that part enough. But for the most part, it faded out really good, especially in some spots it's almost completely white. I think I'm gonna go in using the mixture again to see if it'll lighten it even more. So I'm gonna go for round 2 of the same mixture, and I will be right back to show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like the second time after using that DIY mixture. I left it in for an hour this time instead of 30 minutes like the last time. And I can say that it definitely did work. My hair, as you can see, is almost completely white. There is a little bit of pink fading in here, but it's not that bad because it can still be covered up with the dye without changing the color of the dye that I'm going to put on top of it. So this is exactly where I needed my hair to be. So yes, I would 100% recommend this mixture. It didn't dry out my hair. It didn't damage it further. It was perfect and did what I needed it to do. So yeah, that's the end of this video pretty much. The mixture worked. I just had to do it twice, and for the second time I left it in for an hour instead of 30 minutes like the first time. But yeah, as you can see, it definitely did work. So now I can actually go ahead and use my Arctic Fox Phantom Green dye to dye it over, which will be in my next video where I will be bleaching my roots and using this to dye my hair for the first time because I've never used it. So if you'd like to see that, stay tuned for my next video, and I will see you guys later. Bye!